Jim Carrey, a famous name with humorous and energetic roles. But behind that halo is a life full of tragedy and hardship. From great success to deep loss, is Jim Carrey's life really like what we see on screen? Why does a person who has everything have to face unimaginable personal tragedies? Let's explore the life story and tragic ending of Jim Carrey right now. Childhood and early career. Jim Carrey was born on January 17, 1962, in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. He was the third son of 4 children. The Carrey family, despite having an accountant father, Percy Carrey, and a homemaker mother, Kathleen Carrey, did not have a very good financial situation. During Jim's childhood, his family faced many serious financial difficulties. A major turning point in Jim's life was when his father lost his job. This not only left the family in financial difficulty but also put a strain on family life. To overcome the hardship, the Carrey family had to move into a van, spending nights in parking lots, and Jim had to work many jobs to support the family financially, even at a young age. Jim worked as a night cleaner for offices, which taught him the value of hard work, even if it was not a glamorous job. However, looking back on this time, Jim always remembers the love and encouragement from his mother, who always encouraged him to pursue his passion for art. Despite his difficult family situation, Jim Carrey still nurtured his dream of becoming a comedian. The challenges of his childhood forged his resilience and determination to never give up. However, the lack of stability in family life had a strong impact on him, forming a mentality that was always faced with financial and life pressures. Jim's relationship with his family, especially his mother, helped him realize the importance of overcoming adversity and finding ways to keep his passion despite all difficulties. Since he was a child, Jim Carrey showed his talent for comedy and the ability to imitate famous characters. He started attending comedy clubs in Toronto at the age of 15. However, it was not an easy journey. Jim Carrey, with his unique style of humor and dynamism, gradually made an impression on the comedy community, especially in performances at clubs such as the Comedy Nest in Montreal, where he performed unique and attractive comedy acts. With a strong passion, Carrey tried his hand at many comedy competitions, especially comedy competitions in Canada. In 1979, when he was only 17 years old, he participated in and won the New Faces of Comedy competition, which opened up a big opportunity for him. However, when he received this great opportunity, Jim did not stop there, but continued to practice and find ways to perfect his acting and comedy skills. Seeing a bigger opportunity in Hollywood, Jim decided to move to Los Angeles to try his hand. However, moving to Hollywood was not easy for him. Despite his outstanding comedic talent, Jim Carrey faced a series of challenges in Hollywood. First was the difficulty in finding opportunities, as the Hollywood market at that time was very competitive and there was little room for newcomers like him. Although he participated in many auditions, he hardly got any notable roles. He even participated in auditions for many small roles but was unsuccessful. One of the notable points is that Jim spent a long time living in his van, continuing to look for opportunities, despite having no stable finances and facing worries about the future. This time was not easy for a newcomer to Hollywood, but Carrey never gave up. He always looked for every opportunity, participated in many television shows, and finally received an important opportunity. A big turning point in Jim Carrey's career was when he got the opportunity to participate in the famous television show In Living Color. This is a comedy show with creative comedy sketches, in which Carrey showed his impressive talent with the ability to change characters flexibly and humorously. His performances on this show not only helped him gain recognition in the entertainment industry but also created a big boost for his career in Hollywood. The show In Living Color not only made Carrey a star, but also helped him build a unique comedy style, contributing to his name. He participated in this show from 1990 to 1994, and during that time, Jim Carrey attracted the attention of the audience through outstanding roles such as Fire Marshal Bill, The Mask, and comedy parodies of famous characters. These performances not only made him a favorite face, but also helped him establish a solid position in the Hollywood entertainment industry. Although he made a name for himself in television, his real breakthrough came in major films, which launched Jim Carrey's career and made him an A-list star. A brilliant career and success. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, 1994, was the first film that made Jim Carrey shine. As a detective who specializes in investigating cases involving animals, Carrey showed his unique Carrey style of humor. With humorous expressions, funny situations, and the ability to transform skillfully, he attracted audiences and created a new icon for the comedy genre. This film grossed over $100 million at the box office, an impressive number for a comedy at the time. This success brought Carrey to the peak of his career and also proved that he could be a bankable star in Hollywood. Jim Carrey followed up with The Mask, 1994, a superhero comedy in which Carrey played Stanley Ipkiss, a mild-mannered bank employee who suddenly becomes a superhero with unparalleled powers after donning a mysterious mask. This role not only allowed Carrey to continue to exploit his over-the-top comedic style, but also demonstrated his ability to transform his every gesture, look, and facial expression. The Mask grossed over $350 million worldwide, a huge box office success and a memorable milestone in Carrey's career. The film not only brought Carrey recognition but also earned him a Golden Globe nomination for Best Actor in a Comedy. Immediately after The Mask, Carrey continued to light up the screen with another comedy, Dumb and Dumber, 1994, in which he and Jeff Daniels played two goofy, yet humorous, main characters. This is a film that shows a great combination of silly humor and dramatic situations. Dumb and Dumber became one of the classic comedies of the 90s and helped Carrey solidify his image as a big comedy star. The resounding success of this film continued to take Carrey's name to new heights, contributing to affirming him as a top star in Hollywood. Carrey not only made his mark through the film but also through the unforgettable funny moments he brought throughout his career. In Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, the image of Carrey twisting his body and pretending to be an animal became one of the memorable comedy icons. No one can forget the scene where Carrey imitated the funny movements and characteristic tones of his detective role. In The Mask, Carrey created the image of Stanley Ipkiss, who was lovable but surprisingly became a monster with superhuman strength. In the scenes where he transforms into the character The Mask, his face changes with extremely ridiculous expressions, making the audience unable to stop laughing. This is a typical example of Carrey not only being funny but also being talented in controlling his body and face, taking comedy to a new level. In Dumb and Dumber, Carrey and Jeff Daniels' silly but entertaining actions made the audience laugh non-stop. One of the most memorable scenes is when Carrey, as Lloyd Christmas, drives his car through a series of bizarre situations, creating a humorous, crazy but extremely attractive atmosphere. With films like Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber, Jim Carrey not only proved his comedic talent but also became a popular star at the box office. In 1995, Carrey continued to enjoy success with Batman Forever, in which he played the Riddler, one of the famous villains in the Batman series. This film grossed over $300 million worldwide and helped Carrey affirm himself as a top Hollywood star. He then continued to show his talent in films such as Liar Liar, 1997, and The Truman Show, 1998. Carrey is one of the few actors who can make a comedy a big hit at the box office. This is not only due to his acting talent, but also due to the perfect combination of human action and unique appearance. Throughout his career, Carrey has continuously broken box office records, entered the list of Hollywood's highest-paid actors, and won many major awards. One of the most prestigious awards Carrey received was the Golden Globe for Best Actor in a Motion Picture Comedy or Musical, for his roles in The Truman Show, 1998, and Man on the Moon, 1999. In the film Man on the Moon, Carrey transformed into comedy legend Andy Kaufman, a challenging role that required him to not only act but also portray the complex psychology of the character. This role not only earned Carrey a Golden Globe but also brought him closer to the Oscar award, where he received a nomination for Best Actor. Jim Carrey is not only a famous star with hit comedy films but also has a tumultuous personal life, with his love relationships receiving special attention from the public. His love journey is not without ups and downs, with 2 marriages, many public relationships and painful losses. Family and love relationships. Jim Carrey first married Melissa Womer, a film producer and actress, in 1987. They had a daughter together named Jane Erin Carrey, who later entered the entertainment industry. Their marriage was quite happy at first, but due to busy work schedules and differences in lifestyle, the two decided to separate in 1995. The couple had an amicable divorce, but this was the first milestone in Carrey's challenging love journey. Melissa Womer later continued her career in the film industry but never achieved the same level of fame as Carrey. After his first marriage, Jim Carrey married actress Lauren Holly, who is known for her roles in Dumb and Dumber, 1994, and Dragon: The Bruce Lee Story, 1993. The two met while working together on the film Dumb and Dumber, where Lauren Holly played Mary Swanson, the love interest of Carrey's character Lloyd Christmas. They officially married in 1996, just a year after Carrey's divorce from Melissa Womer. However, the marriage did not last long. After only a year of marriage, Jim Carrey and Lauren Holly divorced in 1997, despite being very much in love at first sight. One of the reasons for the breakup was the difference in lifestyle and the stress associated with Carrey's busy work schedule. Being married to someone as famous as Carrey must have put a lot of pressure on Holly, especially when he became a top star in Hollywood. The two remained friends after their divorce, and there were no conflicts between them. In addition to his official marriages, Jim Carrey is also famous for his public relationships with his co-stars in films. One of the most notable relationships was with actress Renee Zellweger, his co-star in the film Me, Myself and Irene, 2000. Carrey and Zellweger's relationship began in 1999 when they met and quickly developed feelings for each other during filming. This relationship was noticed by the public because both were top Hollywood stars. However, despite their strong bond, they broke up in 2000. Carrey later shared that they remained on good terms and had no regrets about the breakup. One of Carrey's other notable relationships was with Jenny McCarthy, a famous model and actress in the entertainment industry. Their relationship began in 2005 after Carrey met Jenny at a charity event. The two had a 5-year relationship, and during that time, they often appeared together at public events. However, they broke up in 2010, much to the regret of many fans. However, both Carrey and McCarthy have insisted that the relationship ended amicably and that they remain friends. One of the biggest shocks in Jim Carrey's life was the loss of his ex-lover, Catriona White, in 2015. Catriona White, a makeup artist and Carrey's girlfriend for a short time, died of suicide. The news of Catriona White's death shocked not only Carrey but also the public. Carrey and White's relationship began in 2012 when they met in a rather unexpected situation. Although the two had their ups and downs, they maintained a strong bond. After White's death, Carrey expressed deep regret and grief over her passing. He wrote a touching essay in her memory and shared about their relationship. Although Carrey did not go into much detail about the personal details of the relationship, it was clear that the loss had a huge impact on his mental health and life. The case became even more complicated when White's family filed a lawsuit against Carrey, alleging that he provided prescription drugs to Catriona White without knowing that she was struggling with mental health issues. Carrey denied all allegations and insisted that he had no involvement in White's death. Although the lawsuit was settled, it left an indelible mark on Carrey's life, causing him to face psychological crises and deep reflection on his life and relationships. Jim Carrey, despite his comedic roles and ability to entertain audiences, has faced difficult internal struggles that few people know about. His stellar career, with millions of fans around the world, could not hide the deep pain he suffered in his personal life. Internal struggles. When Carrey entered Hollywood and became an A-list star, fame brought him not only great opportunities but also great pressure. Despite his cheerful and energetic image on screen, behind the scenes, Jim Carrey struggled with serious psychological problems. One of the things he admitted in many interviews was a feeling of emptiness and loneliness, which became more evident as he reached the peak of his career. Carrey has said that despite having everything a person could ever dream of, fame, money, and public love, he still felt an inexplicable emptiness. He claims that he once felt alone, even in a crowd. The lack of emotional intimacy and genuine relationships led to his mental breakdown. Carrey is not only a comedian with the ability to bring laughter, but also a very deep and conflicted soul. In some films, he portrayed cheerful, energetic characters such as Ace Ventura in Ace Ventura, Pet Detective or Stanley Ipkiss in The Mask. However, in real life, Carrey struggled with anxiety and pain from his past. In 1997, Carrey gave a famous interview on The Larry Sanders Show, where he expressed dissatisfaction with his life and conflicts in his work. He has said that despite being a person who brings laughter to others, he cannot find joy in his own life. This statement shocked the public and created a clear perception of the relationship between his comedy career and the psychological struggles he was going through. One of the biggest tragedies in Jim Carrey's life was the death of his girlfriend Catriona White in 2015. Catriona, an Irish makeup artist, died at the age of 30, leaving a huge shock not only to her family but also to Carrey and the public. After Catriona's death, her family filed a lawsuit against Jim Carrey, accusing him of indirectly contributing to her poor mental state and leading to her desperate actions. They claimed that Carrey had provided Catriona with drugs without a legal prescription. These allegations created a great deal of stress in Jim Carrey's personal life, causing both emotional and public harm. During the trial, Carrey denied all allegations and insisted that he was not the cause of Catriona's death. He argued that supporting his girlfriend during a difficult time had nothing to do with the tragedy. In 2018, Carrey won the case when the court found there was insufficient evidence to prove that he had supplied White with drugs. However, the case still left a painful mark on his life, not only because of the loss of his girlfriend but also because of the false accusations against him. After the death of Catriona White, Jim Carrey's mental health began to decline. Despite his reputation for being a happy, public-pleasing character, few people knew that he was dealing with deep psychological issues that he had long tried to keep hidden. In a 2017 interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Carrey shared that despite his great career and fame, he still felt extremely lonely. He felt like he was not truly himself and was living like a stranger in his life. He admitted that he had gone through major mental crises, and during those times, he did not know what to do to find inner peace. Through years of therapy, Carrey began to realize the importance of confronting his mental health issues openly. Depression had become a part of his life, and he struggled to balance the joking image that the public expected of him with the pain inside. Carrey began to open up about these mental struggles, and throughout his recovery journey, he realized that mental health cannot be ignored. In later interviews, he said he felt trapped in a fake world where people expected him to be happy all the time, but that it came at the cost of his inner turmoil. Journey to find peace. In his search for peace, Jim Carrey began to turn to meditation and yoga as ways to help him reduce stress and anxiety. He shared in a 2018 interview that meditation helped him feel free from the negative thoughts he had been dealing with for years. Carrey realized that in life, he had been so focused on seeking recognition and success that he had forgotten to take care of himself. One of the important lessons he learned was to let yourself go and not let external things control you. Carrey changed his perspective on life, understanding that inner peace is the most important thing and that he should not be obsessed with seeking satisfaction from the outside. He admitted that pleasing the audience is not everything in his life. Despite the loss and legal battles, Carrey has continued his journey to find inner peace and live a more authentic life. His story is a testament to the fact that no matter how famous or successful you are, everyone can face their pain and struggles, and facing them to heal is more important than ever. But how is his life now? Is it peaceful? Current life. Jim Carrey has had an impressive career, not only as a famous comedian but also as a talented dramatic actor. After years of being associated with the image of a talkative guy in comedies such as Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, or The Mask, Carrey began to transform and prove his diverse acting ability through deep roles in films such as Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, 2004, and The Truman Show, 1998. In The Truman Show, Carrey plays Truman Burbank, a man who accidentally lives his entire life on a reality TV show, unaware that everything around him is just a play. This role not only shows his outstanding acting ability but also shows an incredible psychological depth, making the audience not only laugh but also ponder the problems that exist in society, especially the invasion of privacy and personal freedom. The film helped Carrey receive many compliments from experts, along with Golden Globe and Emmy Award nominations. Next, in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Carrey plays Joel Barish, a man who decides to erase the memory of his painful relationship with his ex-lover, Clementine, played by Kate Winslet. This film depicts the complexity of love and human emotions. Carrey gave an excellent performance, showing his ability to act delicately and not limited to comedic roles. This role not only helped him win many awards, but also marked his transformation into one of the leading actors in the film industry. In addition to his dramatic roles, Carrey has also gradually reduced the typical comedy roles that he was previously famous for. Instead, he focuses on more personal artistic projects. In recent years, Carrey has participated in fewer major films and instead, he has spent more time on his creative projects, including in the field of painting, with his paintings full of narrative, reflecting himself during the process of finding peace. In addition to his acting career, Jim Carrey is also known for his social activities and thoughts on life, success, and happiness. He has become a strong voice on psychological issues and is one of the most famous people actively campaigning for mental health. Carrey has shared deeply about his internal struggles, thereby encouraging the public to face psychological issues without feeling ashamed or afraid. He was also the first to open up about his struggles with depression and emphasized the importance of taking care of his mental health. Jim Carrey is also actively involved in charity, environmental protection, and animal welfare campaigns. He has always maintained that money and fame are not the most important things in life, but self-awareness and finding inner peace. In a famous interview, Carrey shared that he had everything people consider success: money, fame, admiration, but what he was looking for was inner peace and freedom. Carrey is a strong advocate of facing the truth in life, even if it is painful and difficult. He said, "The best thing I can do is be true to myself and not let what other people think affect me." With this perspective, Carrey has become an icon of being true to himself, not letting anything, whether public or social, influence his outlook on life. In addition, Carrey is also prominent in developing highly philosophical art projects. He has written books and participated in seminars sharing his experiences, hoping to inspire those who are struggling with feelings of emptiness or stress. He also regularly participates in charity programs to help people in difficult circumstances, especially organizations that help people with mental illnesses, helping them regain balance and faith in life. One of the big messages that Jim Carrey wants to convey to everyone is the concept of happiness. He shared that, after all that he has achieved in his career and life, he realized that true happiness does not come from money, fame, or public recognition. True happiness comes from self-awareness and finding peace of mind. In many interviews, Carrey has affirmed that for a long time, he lived under the illusion that if he had everything that other people wanted, he would be happy. However, reality shows that this is not true. Career, money, fame. All of these are just external things that cannot bring you true peace, Carrey shared. What do you think of Jim Carrey's journey from comedy star to dramatic actor? Do his views on happiness and self-awareness change the way you look at life? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We would love to hear from you. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more interesting updates. Thank you and see you in the next videos.